On May 30th, President Donald Trump accused China of completely violating a trade agreement made earlier in May, when the two countries agreed to a 90-day pause on escalating tariffs. Trump said he had originally imposed 145% tariffs on Chinese imports, which he claimed made trade with the United States nearly impossible, but offered China a quick deal to avoid economic collapse and civil unrest. Trump stated that after the deal, China's economy briefly stabilized and business returned to normal. However, he said China failed to uphold its end of the agreement, breaking the terms shortly after the Geneva announcement. On May 12th, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer confirmed the administration was closely monitoring China's compliance and expressed serious concerns about its failure to follow through. Greer noted that China had not lifted countermeasures, including export restrictions on rare earth magnets and other critical minerals, even though it had committed to do so. Unlike China, other major economies such as Japan and Europe complied with the deal by allowing the flow of essential materials. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller stated that China's breach of the agreement allows the United States to take new actions to enforce future compliance. Miller emphasized that the U.S. adjusted tariffs promptly, but China did not reciprocate. He also expressed hope that China would eventually open its markets to American businesses, the same way the U.S. has allowed Chinese businesses to operate freely. Despite the temporary truce, China escalated tensions again on May 19th by imposing anti-dumping tariffs on U.S. plastics at a steep rate of 74.9% higher than any other country affected. This move indicated China's unwillingness to maintain the spirit of cooperation. Experts have long warned that the Chinese regime often disregards trade agreements, citing its behavior during Trump's first term. They also pointed to Beijing's failure to reduce the export of illegal fentanyl components, blaming the U.S. for raising human rights issues and recognizing Taiwan. Official Chinese statements claim compliance with international trade law. However, domestically, the Chinese Communist Party has made aggressive remarks comparing the trade dispute to wartime struggle and suggesting a willingness to suffer economically for national pride. The legality of Trump's tariffs is currently under judicial review. On May 28th, the U.S. Court of International Trade struck down many of the tariffs, stating the president misused emergency powers. The Trump administration appealed, and a federal court reinstated the tariffs on May 29th, while the case is reviewed. Further legal tools remain available for tariff enforcement, according to experts. On May 29th, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent reported that trade negotiations were stalled and that progress may require direct involvement from both President Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Bessent expressed confidence that a conversation between the two leaders could bring China back to the negotiating table. Overall, the situation has reignited tensions between the world's two largest economies and cast doubt on the possibility of lasting cooperation, as both sides struggle to reach a durable agreement amid ongoing mistrust and political pressure.